I'm just thankful that I was able to actually get all these cats on. And for real, when it comes to the climate that we're in, speaking of controversy, Donald Trump this week, he talked about how he was pretty much voiding the Philadelphia Eagles' invitation to the White House as far as them winning the Super Bowl. And most of the team, there was reports saying that maybe Nick Foles was going to go just because he was MVP and a couple team reps. But no one really wanted to go. And no one on the Philadelphia Eagles all season had actually taken a knee. So when Trump came out and pretty much said, we're just going to make this a celebration about America and rescind their invitation, it's like, well, I can't be disinvited from a party I was never going to go to. And it just looks really lame. And there's a lot of backlash with athletes, unfortunately, that they're just supposed to shut up and play, that they're people behind a helmet. But it's like, the people that were in this room were kids, man. Children. 16, 17, 18 years old. Got their whole lives ahead of them. And they grow up to be adults. They grow up to be functioning members of society, tax-paying members of society. And when you restrict their voice and the fact that they can't even be free in thought, I have a real problem with that. And when it comes to the whole Trump situation, it kind of is, it's karma, because reports came out that Colin Kaepernick is actually going to be calling in Trump for his collusion case. He's actually going to be giving the President of the United States a subpoena. Now, for those of you who don't understand how big this is, the president, and me and Pete talked about this in past episodes, the president, Trump in particular, has had a long history with the NFL, been kind of marred. He wanted to own the Buffalo Bills. They weren't going to let that happen. Sued when he was with the USFL. The league folded. They won $1, and he lost money on that. He's always wanted to have control in the NFL, and he's never been allowed to actually have that. So when you have a situation where he's essentially going to probably be on trial again, and it's kind of funny because if he purges himself in any way, it's kind of like twofold. Like, wouldn't it be ironic if Kaepernick got Trump impeached? That would be kind of just desserts for everything that's been going on with sports and him. So I know it's kind of late, and I know kind of about to be wrapping up pretty soon. But if you do actually want to call in and talk about what you just heard with Lawndale or even this Trump situation, the number is 323-900-0478. Seriously, I'm melting in here. It's ridiculous. Shit is crazy. But anyway, so, moment of acknowledgement. Dwight Clark, former San Francisco 49er, wide receiver, great. He passed away, lost his battle with ALS at the age of 61 earlier this week. I'm not even really a Niners fan. I personally hate them, but for just my family and the history, because I grew up in East Oakland, and my mom and my grandparent, my mom, she grew up in West Oakland. They grew up Niners fans and Raiders fans, but when the Raiders left, they were like, nah, I'm the only one who actually stayed down all the way 100%. But it was a loss, because my grandma can even remember the games they had, that famous The Catch game, 1981. I think it was against Dallas, NFC Championship. And it was kind of crazy to see all the fanfare that came out for Clark. Like, he really was loved, and it's like, that was a beautiful thing. So when athletes pass away, it's almost like a library burns down, because you think about all that knowledge, everything they've been through, the memories, the pain. Like, that's a lot from one person. That's a lot of a lifetime from one person that you can learn from. So I have a special place in my heart for athletes, especially football players. Aside from the fact that I was one, that shit ain't easy. These kids, you heard KP, he playing football just to get out of the hood, just to be safe, just to put himself in a better position in life. So, again, to add on to the theme of I'm clearly pro athletes, but not a pro athlete ever, unless like I don't know, eating while bowling is a sport. I think so. I don't know. Terrell Owens, and this one is huge because he fought so hard, and honestly, he should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. They really screwed him over. He finally got in, I think after like the third try. He pretty much came out with a letter, and I'm going to read his official statement from Terrell Owens today about pretty much snubbing the Pro Football NFL Hall of Fame. He's not going to the ceremony to get his gold jacket, which is amazing to me. It's like not showing up to your college graduation to get your master's degree, your bachelor's. Just like, nah, you can blow it out your ass. That's what he pretty much told the NFL. But I'm going to read this the way he said it. I am so grateful for all the support my family, friends, and certainly my fans have shown me throughout my entire career in the National Football League. When it was announced that I was going to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, the response received from my fans was overwhelming, and I'm truly humbled. By the way, I'm disgusted by this part because this is an Oxford comma. All my journalists, you know why, like, or at least half y'all, Oxford commas are disgusting. It's like when you have a comma, and then you say and then you continue the rest of your thought. You don't need the comma there. But anyway. So, I'm truly humbled. I'm honored to be included among this group of fellow inducted individuals. While I'm incredibly appreciative of this opportunity, I've made the decision to publicly decline my invitation to attend the induction ceremony in Canton. I have already shared this information with the Hall. After visiting Canton earlier this year, I came to the realization that I wish to celebrate what will be one of the most memorable days of my life elsewhere at a later date. I will announce where and when I will celebrate my induction. I would also like to thank the San Francisco 49ers, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Dallas Cowboys, the Buffalo Bills, and the Cincinnati Bengals. He forgot Earth, Wind, and Fire. For the time I was granted with each organization. I'm thankful for the relationships forged and the lessons learned while part of each team. I wish to congratulate all past, current, and future inductees. It is quite an honor to be part of such elite company. This honor is something that I will cherish forever. Now, kudos to him on a well-written, great speech. But since I'm petty as fuck, I think I just need to be honest. I think he should have just came out and said what he was really thinking. The media never loved me or liked me. Y'all been talking shit about me since I got here, and now you want to show me some fake love after robbing me of a Hall of Fame, a first ballot Hall of Fame induction, even though I'm like literally second overall in touchdowns, or second in yards and third in touchdowns. I made Donovan McNabb a lot of money and almost won the Eagles a Super Bowl by myself. I was the best receiver on pretty much every team I played on, even to like the very end, and I'm like 40 and I can still play. Also, y'all can all kiss my black ass. Secondly, if I was to y'all, I'd probably say something like, other than Randy, I don't see any receiver better than me. Jerry Rice used to go. But anyway, that's the news with T.O. Personally, I don't agree with it. I think for a man who's been through that much with his life, literally, he's been on like Iyanla Van Zant crying on a couch. He's been on countless TV shows on VH1. Like, the dude's been he's one dude who's been raked through the mud, and he's never broken the law, never been abusing women, None of that. And he gets a bad rap for people saying he's a bad teammate when only half of the people really say he was a bad teammate. The other half just don't like his talking. But guess what? Usually it's the realest people in the room who are either loved or hated, but there's never anything in between. So in his case, I mean, it's kind of trippy that I wouldn't do it. Like, if it's me, I'm rolling up in the biggest fur I can find or whatever to the NFL Hall of Fame induction. I'm leaving in a Cadillac. I'm showing my ass. Like, I'm showing up like Superfly in the 70s to that induction. And then I'm going to make the one person in the Hall of Fame I don't like put a jacket on me. Like, honestly, I'm going to shit on all my past coaches. I'm going to be like, Mariucci got a job because of me and still has a job because of me. I'm probably missing something here, but I was the best receiver in Buffalo by far. And Cincinnati. So honestly, when it comes to I can't support that. It's kind of like you're on an island by yourself on that one. But I actually hope like that dude has happiness because he deserves it, and he's been through a hell of a lot. Like, his story is well documented, and if you're still putting respect on his name, then I really only have one thing for you. Yeah, you got shot and struck by lightning on your mom's birthday in front of your dad. Congratulations. Stop disrespecting people who literally have done things that you could never do in 3 lifetimes. That's why I don't talk trash about athletes as much. Unless, you're like somebody like Sheldon Williams. Then I'm going to talk mad trash about you. Because you suck. And you ruined Candace Parker. But anyway. It's weird, like, with Pete not being here. Because he would be laughing just as hard. But, like, shout out to Jackie for, like, dying in the background. Oh, my God. So a couple more things. Julian Edelman got suspended 4 games for PEDs. And, I mean, I'm so surprised a Patriot player got caught cheating. Like, shout out to the ghost of the Tuck rule. All those Super Bowls they won, especially the one against the Rams where they were, like, literally copying defensive signals and got caught. And, I mean, he tore his ACL. Last year he was trying to come back after all that. In his case, I hate to say it, but it might be over for him. Unfortunately. I mean, they already have a bunch of receivers on that offense. They don't really necessarily need him. I mean, you have Gronk, who is also probably on his way out, but not for PEDs. Like, the one dude who's the meathead, I'm surprised has never been busted for that. Kudos to him. But Edelman, I don't know. This might just be the final straw to get Tom Brady out of New England because we all know Belichick wanted Jimmy G. Like, we all know that, let's be honest, Belichick was Tupac in the elevator in Juice. So if you don't understand that reference, go watch Juice and you'll know what I mean. But this might be it. This might be one of the final straws for the Patriots dynasty and Tom Brady. If you take down, you already lost. If he loses all his wide receivers, I feel like that's where Tom Brady's superpower is. It's in all his white receivers. I cracked that code. If you gave him all black receivers who weren't just like slow dudes who could run routes and be in the slot all day, it'd be a different offense. And you've seen it. Like when he had Randy Moss and a couple other guys, it was a different offense. But I don't think that's Tom Brady's speed. I don't think he can play like that anymore because he's 40. And you get hit enough times, you don't want to do that no more. With guys like Edelman, he's practically a running back out there. So this is going to be huge news. Stay tuned. Stay tuned with that. The school's almost out of session. Also, interesting fact, Michael Kendricks signed with the Cleveland Browns after pretty much dog cussing Ian Rappaport all over the internet because I guess they broke this coverage that he was going to Cleveland, which is he got like 1 year, $3.5 million. I think personally he should have went to the Raiders, but I'm a homer and I'm not going to apologize for it. Or he probably could have went to Minnesota with his brother Eric Kendricks, and they'd have like the fastest linebacking